right. We're here on a stoop near Times Square with Chivona and Hawk Newsome from Black Lives Matter, Greater New York.
How are you? Thanks for having us, Stoop Stories.
You're welcome.
What's up, Stoop Stories?
So tell me a little bit about your organization and where you are in the movement right now.
Well, our organization is approaching about 5 years. Black Lives Matter, Greater New York. We fight for the full liberation of Black people. So that means financial literacy. That means legislation. That means boots on the ground when necessary.
It also encompasses self-defense, Black power, Black pride, Black history, the real history, not this narrative that we're fed in America, but our real history, when we were kings and queens.
Okay, so as you know, I kind of wanted to reflect on this moment we're having between the insurrection and inauguration, especially in light of MLK Day tomorrow and his legacy. What are your thoughts of where we're at?
It's a very cautious time because we are devout Christians and there is no fear in the Lord. But as we seen the terrorist attack on the Capitol, what happens when white men get tired of fighting white men? Will they be coming for Black activists? We have to see how this plays out. And I think that people forget that Black people and civil rights activists, that we are American. We are patriots. What's next to come? Are we headed for a civil war? And it's ironic when you think of great leaders and being at the forefront of the movement at a time with MLK Day coming. Are our lives in jeopardy? Will we see the mission? Will this be a fight that our grandchildren will continue to fight for? So it's at a standstill right now.
Yeah, right now it's really about being prepared, stacking up on food, making sure that we're prepared to defend ourselves, making sure that our friends and family, those who are in southern states, are prepared to defend themselves. This is one of the most intriguing times in my history because empires crumble from within. And what we're seeing is this empire crumbling right before our very eyes. And personally, at this point, what's happening between white America and those who enforce white supremacist policies, being the government, whatever party they're parts of, those two fighting is really none of my business. It's no Black person's business. Now is the time for us to sit back and organize and make sure that we're prepared to move forward, because once this thing shakes out, we have to be in a position to go out and take what belongs to us, right? Because what's going to happen is the order on the table is being shaken up, and we got to make sure when they reset that table that we have a plate and cutlery and a big chair, maybe two.
A chandelier.
Chandelier.
We want to make sure that our folks are really taken care of. A lot of reporters and people have been reaching out and saying, "Hey, are you going down to D.C.?" Like, realistically, we could go down to D.C. with our message and we can get a lot of media attention. But for what? To chase clout? I mean, what's more important? Making sure our families are safe and our communities are safe, or running down to DC for some camera time? So we home. We walking through our neighborhoods like, yo, y'all know what's about to happen? Are y'all ready? Are you prepared? Are you ordering food? Things like that. That's what we are.
And just us being down here, it's just not the right time. As you've seen with the impeachment articles and with the GOP, and now we're seeing with federal agents, it's very hard for America to say that white men are domestic terrorists. So it'd be easy to blame us. Black people, stay home, stay safe, because they're trying to pin this insurrection on us.
Yeah, actually, I just have to ask about if you want to talk about what you're wearing.
Well, this very fine piece of clothing, it is actually 4-8 armor, the same that presidents and presidential candidates wear. I wear this because ever since Donald Trump put a target on Hawk's back, the death threats have come in by the 1,000. our information is posted everywhere. It's pretty public. So just to stay safe, this is what my brother got me as a present.
Oh,
We have
damn.
matching one.
Yeah, we have matching ones.
Safe life body armor.
Oh, and a
We
sense of
we
humor.
have matching guns when we're in states that allow us to carry guns.
We are licensed. We got licensed together.
Yeah, we got licensed together in Texas. So in 30 states outside of New York, we are licensed to carry. You know, but
Damn.
New York is very strict on that. And
The NRA just left.
yeah, the NRA just left. But you know, so what's happening now is like we're shopping for about 50 acres down south so that we can build an institution, something unlike anything Black people have ever experienced before. Just think a yoga studio meets a compound, right? Where people could come in and learn and eat and farm and hunt. It's really, 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 sorry to all my vegan friends, but I'm a carnivore. But and this is full. And just so you know, so yeah, it's like that's we want to be self-sufficient, self-sustaining, and that's what we're organizing our community to do.
Any words about tomorrow? MLK Day has often been used as a day of service. So how people can get involved with the movement if they haven't yet, or if they went back to sleep and are back again. White allies, like anything, and you don't have to, of course, but anything you want to share about how people can be of service.
I got a great idea.
What's up?
You should make your resolutions to end anti-blackness tomorrow. That's what you should do. Like you make New Year's Eve resolutions. Well, tomorrow when we celebrate MLK, let's make resolutions to end anti-blackness and hold these politicians accountable. He got us the right to vote, so let's hold these politicians accountable. Then you should reflect on the Montgomery bus boycotts. There were people who didn't have a way to get around town for a very long time, and they suffered. We could barely boycott Starbucks or a supermarket when there's some kind of racist policy, but Dr. King and those folks down in Montgomery, Alabama, they did not. See, that's why we want to go south.
Yeah.
That's why we go in Atlanta. Like all those Black people, the strength of the Black church, like all that land, like the power's in the South. And I want to be a part of that. When we make this move for liberation, I want to be a part of that. I want to do it here, do it down south at the same time. So yeah, I mean, Dr. King.
Dr. King, everything that Hawk just said was amazing. But I just keep thinking about his letters from a Birmingham jail. Like, don't be complacent. It goes back to staying woke. Do your job. Refresh your commitment. And that doesn't take much. It doesn't require a social media post. It doesn't even take anyone else knowing. But resolve to do better. Resolve to be committed. Have the same energy that you had on June 1st on February 1st.